everybody, this is X99. Today I just want to go ahead and talk real quick about the Cowboys' loss on Thanksgiving Day to their big-time rival, Philadelphia Eagles. Now, it looked like it was going to be a great game. In fact, all three games on Thanksgiving looked like they could have, big game implications way back early in the season. I mean, I was excited for Thanksgiving Day, looking at the Bears and the Lions early on, and then looking at the Philadelphia Eagles coming into Dallas. I'm a Cowboys fan. That looked like it could be the potential for a big-time game. And then Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers for the night game. Looked like great games. It turned out that all three of the games were pretty much boring, and all three were pretty much blowouts. So pretty disappointing for any NFL fans on Thanksgiving Day, expecting big games, at least two of them, expecting the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles to be a big game, and also expecting the Seahawks and the 49ers to be a good game. And all three games Thanksgiving were actually just blowouts and not exactly a lot of fun to watch. But I have one question I just want to ask looking into this. Dallas played Sunday Night Football the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and we were talking about Sunday, November 23rd. And Dallas had to travel up to New York to play the Giants. And as you know, that was a great performance by Tony Romo and the Dallas team, where they came from behind in an emotional game and came back and beat the Giants 31-28 on that night. And you can see it right here, 31-28. And what happened here is Dallas had to come back home very late Sunday night, and they have to give the guys time off. After a big game, they can't just go in and start practicing on Monday, especially after not even getting back into Dallas until who knows what time, probably midnight or later. So then what we had is a Thanksgiving Day game where the Cowboys had to host the 8-3 soaring Eagles, a big-time division rival. That, according to the articles, is the fastest turnaround ever in NFL history. Why is it that the NFL scheduled the Cowboys for a Sunday night game, an away game, mind you, and then has them playing on their typical Thanksgiving Day? Why did they not play this Sunday night game, 2-3 weeks ago or later? Dallas has, I think it's 3 Sunday night games this season, but it would have made a lot more sense for Dallas to have played a Sunday morning game. As you can look, and I hate to make excuses for the Cowboys' flat performance on Thanksgiving Day when they lost to the Eagles. But if you look back the week before, the Eagles had an easy game against the Titans, and they also had an early game. So they had a 1 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Central game. So the Eagles, and I hate to say this is a huge advantage, but they had, an 8-hour advantage over when they got done with their game going into that game. May sound like a weak excuse for the Cowboys' disappointing performance when they lost 33-10 at home against the Eagles, but I do want to ask a good question, and I want to know what you guys think. Be honest, don't just flame me here. Why is it that this is the first year that the NFL has ever set up a Sunday night game and then had a Sunday night team playing on Thanksgiving Day? And it says right in the article here, if I go to NFL News, I want to go ahead and point this out. Where was it here? Okay, it was down here. Romo's basically saying I should have been better. Romo's making no excuses. Jerry Jones basically came out and says the facts are that we didn't have real significant work days at all, any day this week, Jones said. It was mostly walkthrough type practices all week long until Thanksgiving Day. But it does say right here, the Cowboys Sunday night to Thursday night turnaround was the quickest for any team in NFL history. So I want to point that out right there where I've highlighted. So never before has a team had to turn around and play as quickly as the Cowboys did from their Sunday night game against the Giants to playing the Eagles on Thanksgiving Day. Why is it that the NFL scheduled that? Why is it that this is passed? In my opinion, This should never happen again. Any team, whether it be the Lions, the Cowboys, or whatever, that plays on Thanksgiving Day should ever play late night on Sunday night. That game should always be an early game on Sunday. To make sure, I mean, it's a matter of hours, yeah, but the Cowboys had an away game up in New York. It was an emotional game, and then they have the quickest turnaround in NFL history. That's the facts, and it says it right there. This isn't what Jerry Jones was saying. This is an actual fact as reported by NFL.com. So, we'll see. The Cowboys go up to Philadelphia in 2 weeks here, and they'll have plenty of time to rest. So there's going to be no excuse, when they play Philadelphia in Philadelphia, because they play this next Thursday night. Okay, so they play in 3 days against the Bears, and then they have 10 days to rest up to go into Philadelphia. So they'll be more rested than the Philadelphia Eagles when the Cowboys go into the Stadium of Brotherly Love and play Philadelphia the week after. They'll be more rested than the Eagles there, having 10 days off, as opposed to the Eagles only having 7 days off. Still, we'll see what happens when that happens. We'll see if the Cowboys can get a win when they have the edge. Still, just a question as why this particular game was the quickest turnaround ever, and no NFL teams ever had that quick a turnaround. It may sound like an excuse. It may sound like I'm too hard of a Dallas Cowboy fan to look for things like that, but it does make you wonder, why did this ever happen in the first place, and should it ever happen again? Just a question. Be sure you leave those comments. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Be sure you give me a thumbs up if you like this question, if you like this video, and be sure you subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed by clicking subscribe right up here in the upper right-hand corner. Thanks so much, everybody. This has been Zach 99. Take care.